That looks very ugly. But it's okay. I guess I can sit like this. What a lot of people don't say about moving to a big city is the fact that actually most of the time you find yourself in an existential crisis, sort of. At least that's what I've been going through. I don't know if everyone is like this. I've found that because there are so many people, you find yourself catering yourself to others. And it doesn't matter who it is, but maybe that's also because I don't have a consistent style, or I'm already 19 years old, but I'm still a little person in this whole world, and I do realize it because even talking to people who are like older than me, I realize how much of a child I am still. And obviously, yes, because I am jobless, so for once I'm still dependent on my parents, so that's a big one. And I've seen so many different people here, and a lot of them are so cool. I love living in a big city because I've been living for a month, but so far everyone takes care of how they look, like their appearance or how they act most of the time. Yeah, and because of that I'm so pressured at some point, because I find myself being like, oh, there's so many people with this kind of style and I have this style too, but today I'm dressed like I don't know, a different aesthetic or a different style of clothing, and I find myself like saying, oh, I should have worn that today. But then I think, why am I even trying to cater myself to those random strangers or try to find admiration of my outfit or of my certain piece of clothing or accessory or hair or makeup style? And usually I just dress or do makeup and everything. I do it for myself. But then after I moved here, I started thinking of like, oh, I really am going through a full-on gay crisis right now. I've been talking about my crisis, like mental crisis, and I think my package just came in and said yeah, naked. I'm so excited to do it. I have a stomach ache. Either way, my roommates are out, so I can yap. Today I just wanted to give some, not really advice, but just discuss the topic of reading when you have trouble focusing. Actually, I have it too. Mine is more of, I get hyper fixations, and like I'm not diagnosed with anything yet. But basically what I'm reading right now is Down the Drain by Julia Fox, and yes, the cover is not on it right now because I find it just so annoying. Sorry, but I just don't like hardcovers in general. I prefer paperbacks much more because I love my book be like looking like it's been read, you know, like I love leaving marks, you know, when I open it. The way, doesn't matter. The thing is, as you might have just seen from this clip of me talking, I get very like carried away by random moments. Like I cannot stay consistent with the way that I talk or read or write. Like if you read my journal, this is literally like the ideas go from here to here to here to here to here. It is actually a bit of a trouble for me to just stay consistent when reading, so my reading flow always changes. And I wanted to discuss this because usually people are like, oh, actually, I don't know, and they start saying that, oh, I read 100 pages every day, I read 300 pages every day, I read 50 pages every day. It doesn't matter. They are very consistent, but I want to remind people that not everyone is like that, and it's completely normal. Like some days I struggle getting through 30 pages. Like I struggle and everything bugs my eye. Like for example, I was reading outside yesterday and each bug just just flying like 50 centimeters within my range of sight. I don't know. Even if it's like a very long proximity from me, I get distracted and I look at it. So it's really hard to get through those pages. So yesterday in the park, I could only read 30 pages because it was distracting me so much. Then I came home, read a little more. Now I started reading again and I'm getting through it, but also I do realize that it's normal for me to get so distracted when I'm just in the beginning of the book, like first maybe like 30% of the book. It's really hard for me to get into the flow of reading it, and usually it takes me like, I don't know, a couple days to get into it before I start speed reading it. Basically, after getting into the book, like maybe 60 pages in, I start like mass reading it, and it becomes like I can read 200 or 300 pages in one sitting, just because I want to not rush myself into finishing it, but it's more of a mental thing. I don't know. And usually it happens at night, which is not good. So I bought a book light just so I can, you know, not bother everyone else when I'm reading. Because usually, as I said before, I get hyper like fixated on finishing the book, so I just go on. It also, like, the most evident, I would say, example of it was probably The Silent Patient, which is one of my favorite books actually. I think it's just masterfully written and it's really good. I don't want to hear any slander. If you don't like the book, just don't tell me about it, okay? I just like it, and my friend gifted it to me, so I have a very special connection with it. So I started reading it on my trip to Korea, which was like, I don't even remember how many days it was. The way I started reading it then, but because I couldn't really fully get into it because I was exploring another country for the first time, so I kind of just tried more and more getting into it. Yeah, and then once I came back from Korea, I just finished it in one sitting, like over 200 pages again, like, and it was the most amazing experience of my life. So Panenka though, I finished also like a couple days getting into it, and then I finished all of it in one sitting. I went to the library on like a balcony kind of area there with the plants in the shade with a little breeze, and I just finished it like right there and returned it because I borrowed it from the same library. I've talked about this before in my reading what Pinterest recommends me video, but actually I'm so sick of performance reading, because why are you even investing money into this? If you have money to spare for a book, I don't know, might as well give it to someone who actually cares. Because if you read the book but you don't give a fuck about the same book, then why are you spending your precious time, your money, or even, okay, you took it from the library, but why are you spending your precious time doing that? To impress somebody? Girl, people are gonna be more impressed if you're actually telling them something you care about rather than something that they care about but you don't, and you try to make a conversation even though you literally do not give two shits about who the hell Julia Fox spent her 14-year birthday with on the floor of some random girl. You know, don't waste your time, I guess, doing that. Because actually do stuff that you enjoy doing. Like, okay, I enjoy reading or I enjoy drawing, so I do it because I enjoy it, right? But I don't want to do something just to impress somebody else. I don't think that it's healthy. Like, it's not giving you any how should I put it? Life is not something that you score points in, as in, okay, you want to be friends with this person, but they enjoy some things and you try to get into them and you just don't like it, like it's just not your thing. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. At the end of the day, when you show fake interest, people will feel that it's fake interest. And if you spend so much time trying to impress somebody, in the end of the day, that's not fully you who is communicating with the person. So would that make sense? I don't know. Seems like not the most healthy way of starting friendship or something like that, to me at least. I think I pretty much talked about everything I wanted to. It's really time to start editing, yeah, and planning for my next trip. And yeah, I'm so excited to start doing everything to be prepared for my trip and starting school. I'm so excited to start school. I know I shouldn't rush things, and I should be just grateful for the free time that I get. And I really think I start reflecting more, or even I would say getting to know myself again. Yeah, through very new different perspectives and meeting new people. And yeah, I've understood recently that I have my personal space, you know. I became more aware of my personal space and who I want to let into it, who I don't want to let into it. And yeah, I have a lot of more reflecting to do actually, which is kind of a jobless. What I meant to say is I have a lot of time on my hands, that's why I can do this. If I were at school right now, believe me, I would not be yapping about those kind of things.
Right? You don't know?